Celebrating 30 years of phenomenal trend forecasting, 5 times a week, Monday through Friday. Here's Gerald Celente with today's trends in the news.
Hi, this is Gerald Celente. It's Monday, June 1st, 2015, and here are some of today's trends in the news. Wow. Remember what happened over there in China with that Shanghai index last week? Woo! Terrible, terrible week. But everything's okay today. Yep. It's up almost 5% at Shanghai. And across Europe, everything's a bit mixed, as it is with oil. Oil was down, then it was up, and it was down. On the news no news other than the other news. Too much output, not enough. Rig count's down, but Saudis are pumping more in there. So everything's basically flat with that. Gold is flat. And the Dow is down, the Dow is up, and it's up a little. 30-something points. Not a lot of news on the economic front. But over there in China, Chinese equity funds took in $4.6 billion from overseas investors in the past week. More than double the previous high set in the second quarter of 2008. Chinese stocks are in the middle of a long and painful downturn after the popping of the 2007 stock market bubble. And now they're pumping up another one, but everything's going to be okay because remember, Ben Bernanke said so. So you're seeing the volatility in these markets. And again, as I keep saying over and over and over and over and over again, the only reason the markets are going up is because the gambling, as you can see, is really big because they're borrowing money for nothing to gamble. Margin requirements aren't that stiff over there in China. And companies buying back stock, and virtually every day I read another one. Intel nears buying Altera for $15 billion amid merger and acquisition wave. And then on Thursday, I read the Singapore-based Avago agreed to buy U.S. rival Broadcom for $37 billion. In March, Netherlands-based NXP agreed to acquire Freescale for almost $12 billion. That's all this is. It's one big Ponzi scheme. The facts are there. And over there in Greece land, they still haven't come up with a deal. And things are getting kind of volatile. But just a little bit. Where's this going to go? I don't know. But I could tell you this one. Ukraine and creditors to hold talks over debt. Ukraine rejects deal to restructure $23 billion debt. Wait a minute. Where are the austerity measures? How come they're not screaming the same as they did with Ireland, with Spain, with Greece? Now it's, Ukraine rejects call. And Ukraine fighting leaves economy shattered and factories idle. But you remember, that's not what Victoria Nuland said was going to happen. Everything was going to be okay. Just to show you the fraud that's going on, the hypocrisy and duplicity, they've had that overthrow of the Yanukovych government to bring democracy. That's right. Western-style democracy, which is better known as neo-feudalism, where you have two sets of rules for the filthy rich and the filthy people, like the new person, not making this up, that they just announced as Ukraine's new governor of Odessa region. They don't have any Ukrainians there. No, they had to pick out that madman that used to be the head of Georgia over there that started the fight with Russia with South Ossetia a couple of years ago. That's right. Former Georgian Prime Minister Mikhail Saakashvili has been appointed governor of Ukraine's Odessa region, a day after being granted Ukrainian citizenship. Didn't they do that with that Natalie Jaresko? Yeah, the U.S. woman. That's the government shill that they sent over there and made their finance minister. Could anybody see this? Does anybody talk about it? So what? Let's send more money and let's guarantee those Ukrainians money so they could pay off their loans. Just to show you how bad things are when the United States does something and it's coalition of the willing. 4,000 people killed in Iraq during May, some 1,500 civilians. They don't count. They ain't French, they're not English, and they're not Americans. And they're not Israelis. So they don't count. Just like the Palestinians don't count. Oh, the Yemenis. No, they're not even in the news anymore. That number's over 4,000 already. Dead civilians destroying the place and the Saudis bombing it away. But that's not news. And just to show you how more madness is sweeping around the globe, brought to you by the Madman of America, U.S. to expand military cooperation with Nigeria. Nigeria, Africa's most populous nation and largest oil producer, faces several economic problems which have been aggravated by corruption and poor security. Oh, that's according to the New York Times. But we'll straighten it out. We'll fix it with more military. That's right. It fixes everything perfectly. Kill more. It brings peace. And, just to show you, operations intensify to rescue biggest wave of Mediterranean migrants. They're pouring out of the region. 17 dead. And several thousand rescued. Don't forget to vote for Hillary. Yeah, the woman that brought you the Libyan war. She's okay. And Obama and all the rest of the mass murderers. And of course, what's going on in northern Africa with Eritrea and other countries around there. Total destabilization. But we'll fix it. I said send more military. We'll straighten it out. Yeah. Remember, don't forget, the military in the United States, the Department of Defense, is as inept and as incompetent as all the rest of the bureaucratic agencies in Washington. But they get away with it because, hey, everybody loves somebody in a uniform, don't they? Yeah, salute. As I say, salute. Afghan leader tells Pakistan, curb Taliban. Oh, yeah? Weren't the Taliban in control of that country at one time? Didn't they run that country at one time until the foreign powers came in and threw them out and propped up another stooge, another puppet? Afghan, Pakistan. Remember the bullshit coming out of Obama's mouth, coming out of Kerry's mouth, coming out of Clinton's mouth with the AFPAC strategy. Yeah, you forgot that one that cost we the people tens of billions of dollars to murder more people and destabilize the area? AFPAC. F-U. They keep getting away with it. Another day, just more murder. And over the weekend, man, the big news was the Patriot Act provisions were to expire. And that was because of Rand Paul. And I congratulate him on that. But will they reinstate it? I don't know. I'm totally against this. You look at all the facts, only the facts, only the facts, which the prostitutes won't look at. By all facts, all this NSA spying has done absolutely nothing to protect us. Remember, can't stop a guy from jumping over the White House fence and taking a dump on the second floor of the White House floor. Or maybe he just did it because he was nervous after he ran through the joint. Can't stop people from coming over the borders by the millions. And all the facts show that this did nothing to protect us. But here, you know why I hate liberals? I despise liberals because they are the ones that are holding back progress. Fake conservatives believe liberals lie. Conservatives believe in a stupid crap. We got to kill them Muslims over there before they come over here. They actually believe that stupidity. They actually believe that slaughtering people around the world brings peace, freedom, and security. Liberals, on the other hand, they claim to be educated, but they will not admit that they've been conned. They're gutless little wonders, so they're hypocrites. And whether it's Jesus, Muhammad, or Buddha, the Quran or the Bible, there is no salvation for the hypocrite. So, speaking of hypocrites, President Obama pressured the Senate to immediately authorize the USA Freedom Act. How's that for an Orwellian line, man? He couldn't have made it better. Today I'm calling on Americans to join me in speaking with one voice to the Senate. Put the politics aside, put our national security first, pass the USA Freedom Act. Where are you liberals? You disgusting liberals would be calling out Bush for robbing our rights. But just to make it really clear how disgusting the Democrats are, the lowlifes, 90% of Democrats view Obama favorably. Oh, you like that Trans-Pacific Partnership deal, huh? That he won't allow us to read, that you'd be screaming at. Or maybe weeping over your quiche at if Bush did it. As president and con-mander-in-chief, my greatest responsibility is the safety of the American people. Could you believe this? What a joke, commander-in-chief. Lead the fight. Lead the fight. Go over there and fight. Every one of you people that talk about fighting, go fight, commander-in-chief. What, between a golf game, shooting pool, a little hoop? Commander-in-chief. Terrorists like Al-Qaeda and ISIL aren't suddenly going to stop plotting against us at midnight tomorrow, Obama said, and we shouldn't surrender the tools that help keep us safe. All lies, and they get away with it. You know why? Because of the disgusting people in the media. Bob Schieffer on Fox. Maybe the media wasn't skeptical enough about Obama when Kurtz asked Bob Schieffer, who's retiring, if the media gave Obama, quote, an incredibly easy ride. You are all disgusting little people, and you're destroying this country. There's not a man or woman among you, with the exception of a very few. Breaking news, another contender for the presidential reality show. Lindsey Graham tossed his pocketbook into the ring. Oh, he's going to be a tough one. Yep. Here he goes. Those who believe we can disengage from the world at large and stay safe by leading from behind, vote for someone else. I'm not your man. You got it, Junior. You're not my man, and I'm wondering if you're a man at all. Hey, I heard things are going on with you and Bruce Gender, transgender. Hey, who knows? Another tough guy with nothing but a track record of failure. Here's him. I'm running because I think the world is falling apart. I've been more right than wrong on foreign policy, he said. You've been wrong about everything. You have a track record of failure and arrogance and a lot of stupidity to go along with it. You sound like a great candidate for the presidential reality show. This is Gerald Celente, and that's some of today's Trends in the News.